Welcome to Whatever You Need, the place where we dive into the untold stories behind Turkey's brightest stars. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the join button if you want to support us even more. By becoming a channel member, you can access exclusive behind-the-scenes updates and be part of our growing community. Today, we turn our attention to two names that continue to inspire passionate conversations among fans: Barış Arduç and Elçin Sangu. Their journey began as fictional lovers on television, but has since evolved into a story about trust, encouragement, and the pursuit of long-cherished dreams. When Turkish premiered in 2015, few could predict the cultural impact it would unleash. At the time, Barış Arduç had shown promise in earlier roles, but had not yet solidified himself as a household name. Elçin Sangu, known within the industry for her striking presence and versatility, often found herself confined to supporting roles that did not reflect the full spectrum of her abilities. Then came a gamble by the creators of Turkish, casting these two as the central duo, Ömer and Defne. The decision proved transformative. Almost overnight, viewers were drawn into a romance that felt spontaneous and genuine. The dialogue sparkled with wit, the silences carried unspoken emotions, and together Arduç and Sangu crafted a chemistry that audiences insisted could not be faked. Soon, their names were etched together in the public imagination, inseparable in the eyes of fans who saw in them not only fictional characters but something of a real partnership. Behind the curtain of fame, the dynamic between the two actors was built on respect and professional dedication. Crew members from that period remember how often the pair stayed after hours, dissecting scripts and rehearsing subtle shifts in delivery. They argued playfully over character choices, laughed over bloopers, and supported each other when the intensity of sudden fame became overwhelming. Interviews from that era show their banter and mutual encouragement, giving fans glimpses of a friendship as magnetic as their screen romance. This behind-the-scenes solidarity planted the seeds for what would become one of the most important chapters in Elçin's personal journey, a chapter that could never have unfolded without Barış's encouragement. Though celebrated as an actress, Elçin harbored a private ambition. One day she wished to step behind the lens and direct. To her, the artistry of filmmaking was not only about delivering lines, but also about how light framed a character, how silence shaped tension, and how a camera angle could transform meaning. Close friends recall that she kept notebooks filled with scene sketches, fragments of dialogue, and thematic ideas for stories she hoped to tell one day. Yet modesty and the demands of acting schedules meant that her dream often stayed in the shadows, something she spoke about only in passing. During the closing months of Turkish, while on promotional tours and long road trips, Elçin finally voiced this dream to Barış. Many might have responded with polite encouragement and left it there. But Barış treated her words with seriousness. Already exploring production opportunities himself, he began connecting Elçin with trusted screenwriters, cinematographers, and other creatives. He reminded her that her instincts as a storyteller were valuable and deserved to be realized. Years later, Elçin would admit in an interview, "Barış was the first colleague who didn't laugh off my dream. He believed it was possible, and that changed everything." 2 years after their series wrapped, fate intervened in the form of a short film competition. Elçin received an invitation to participate. Initially, she hesitated. Her schedule was punishing, her doubts loud. But Barış refused to let hesitation win. He persuaded her to accept, promising to help however he could. And he kept his word. He adjusted his own professional calendar, so he could be present during her preparations. He helped her arrange equipment, secure rehearsal spaces, and even offered to act in a cameo if necessary. More importantly, he sat with her in small workshops, moving cameras from one angle to another, testing lighting setups, and encouraging her to experiment. What emerged was a 14-minute character study about two strangers crossing paths on a ferry. The film, modest in budget but rich in atmosphere, premiered at a local festival. To Elsin's astonishment, it was not only screened, but honored with a jury special mention for its subtle handling of human connection. What had once been scribbles in a private notebook became a work of art acknowledged on a public stage. When word spread of Barış's role in supporting Elsin's directorial debut, the response from fans was immediate. Social media lit up with messages praising him for being a colleague who genuinely elevates others. "He's not just a hero on screen, he's one in real life too," one fan wrote. Others applauded Elsin, saying her eye for direction was hardly surprising given her years of shaping characters from the inside. Dedicated fan pages posted behind-the-scenes rehearsal photos where both stars could be seen laughing and experimenting on set. The joy of collaboration was visible in every frame. Within the entertainment industry, the story was hailed as a rare example of professional solidarity. Columnists praised Barış for embodying an ethic of generosity in an industry sometimes marked by competition and ego. Producers noted that this underlying goodwill is one reason casting directors frequently attempt to reunite the duo. Audiences can sense when actors respect one another, one veteran director observed. "It's not something you can fake." Their story did not end with the short film. In 2023, both were invited to appear in a limited television project. Scheduling conflicts prevented a full reunion, but they managed to film a 2-episode arc together. Ratings spiked during their episodes, and nostalgia washed over audiences who felt transported back to the golden days of Kiralık Aşk. Once again, fans flooded social media with demands for a brand new romantic series led by the pair. What emerges from this journey is not merely a tale of career milestones but of friendship, trust, and the power of encouragement. Elçin Sangu realized a dream she had carried quietly for years because someone she once met as a co-star treated her aspirations with respect. Barış Arduç, admired for his talent and charm, earned even deeper admiration for being the kind of friend who lifts others higher. And this is where we turn to you, our audience. Do you think more actors in the industry should follow Barış's example and help their colleagues pursue hidden ambitions? Which other Turkish stars would you like to see us cover next here on Whatever You Need? Leave your answers in the comments below, and while you're there, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and consider clicking the join button to support the growth of our channel. In the ever-changing world of entertainment, some partnerships rise and fall with the projects that bring them together. But every once in a while, a connection forged on set blossoms into something enduring, something that shapes lives beyond the screen. The friendship of Barış Arduç and Elçin Sangu reminds us that art is not only about performance, but also about the invisible bonds of trust that make creative risks possible. Thank you for being with us today on Whatever You Need. We invite you to subscribe for more in-depth features, press the like button to show your support, and join our community for exclusive updates and early access to future stories. Until next time, may we all remember that behind every great performance lies the quiet encouragement of a trusted friend.